Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Enigmatica 2 Expert. In between episodes, I did some work with the Empowerer here and we have 64. I don't know where it made this much payless, but we have 64, at least almost 64. It made this much Restonia. I don't know why. I don't know. Apparently it did. But I figured out that exporters have a crafting behavior thingy that I noticed that I knew that they had this. I just didn't realize what the use of it is for. It's basically, I have a storage bus on this drawer controller, and if I would say export void crystal blocks without you just use stocked items or craft items while exporting, it would just export in a loop. Basically, it would take this coal block and it would put it in a loop back into here. So you would just see 63, 60, 64, 63, 64, 63, I think, or something like that. And if I have it on do not use stocked items, only craft items while exporting, as soon as this guy turns on, so if we take, let's say, one coal block out, you're going to see it's going to craft another one, hopefully. There it goes. And we're going to get another empowered void crystal block, which is lovely. So I have everything set up here in the back. I have 16 of the hardened cell frames, apparently 81 of the Restonia and 93 of the Payless. I don't know why, but over here I had to set up another atomic reconstructor, and this guy is doing chiseled quartz blocks, and it's making aesthetic green quartz because that is one of the in one of the recipes here for the Enigmatic crystal. You can see on the bottom it says aesthetic green block. So we have that. And the way I had for the hardened cells before, I kind of removed it because we don't need to export in a drawer anymore, and it's just easier to do it this way, which is much smarter and much better. And the range collector is still here collecting everything. I did change my magnet to the item dislocator from Draconic Evolution, and I can put that in my bauble as well, so I don't have to have that in my inventory. I also moved, I don't think I showed it, the wireless crafting terminal is also a bauble, so I'm bound it to a keybind, and I can open it anywhere where I have wireless access. And I have a dislocation normalization field projector, that is the tongue twister, but this guy prevents the magnet from working in a 5x5 area around it, I believe. And that just prevents me from picking up anything here. And I believe all of these are still set up to like 1,000, and I forgot to configure it at some point, and it just made like 4,000 of each, which is fine. We have everything infinite, so it's all good. And we can change this to the not the crafter, it's the combination crafting. So if we do hardened cell frame, if we look at a recipe for this, we can use the combination crafting, which is the crafting core, which is just pedestals, osmiridium, which we can make, which is osmium and iridium in, I believe we can do that in a smeltery, yeah. So we don't really need the advanced carpenter for this or the advanced something else for this. We can just use liquefacted coal and a regular carpenter and the crystalline component. We crafted crystalline before. And I believe this is faster than this is, and I don't know how exactly it works, so we can possibly try that today. I'm not sure. I kind of had a plan to make a reactor today and not speed up my terminal. I have a bunch of reactor... I thought I made a bunch of reactor casing. No, I need 300 something of it. But I set up all the recipes. I think we need... That's going to be 300 and... I think I need this much. We're missing steel. How are you missing steel? Hello, steel. Why are you not working? Hello? So you should be outputting to the left. You should be inputting on the left and outputting on the right. What in the what now? You don't have power. Hello? Because we're missing a conduit right there. That is fine. That's gonna make... Oh, I assume it's just it was missing the carbon, right? Yeah. So if we give you a little bit of a boost, this should fill up, and we should be getting carbon here as well as soon as this fills up. Are you not doing coal? You're doing coal. You just need a bit of an acceleration. There you go. Haha, that was the problem. Okay, we were out of carbon. Okay, so I have to wait for steel now before I can make more reactor casings, because I was fixing things around here and I wanted to have all of these compressed stuff in one slot or on one side, and then I realized I don't need to, because I would have to have drawers for like enriched iron, which we don't need because it has no uses other than turning into steel blend. And the only thing that we would probably need is the steel blend, which I believe is used to make muffling upgrades, but in the next version that I haven't updated to yet, and I still have to update the Patreon server, is 1.59, and they fixed the whole mechanism machines not ignoring the muffling upgrades, or not having muffling upgrades. And I'm not saying the thing right that is happening. It's this mechanism. And you can set the sound, I believe. Client settings, yeah, sound volume. The settings just ignore that, and like, here, you didn't change your sound to 0, and it's still not it's gonna work. Okay, so let me wait for a bit of the steel, and I'll make the things that we need for the reactor, and we can build it. I was thinking where we should put this, and I think the best thing to do is just to go to a compact machine. Hopefully, I don't crash like I do most of the times when I go into new compact machines, but we'll see. I didn't crash. Wonderful. So I planned out a 9x9 reactor. So this would be the center. And let me change my entry point so we don't enter in the middle of the reactor. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this the center? Yeah, should be. So if we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That should make us a nice little number 9. And the easiest way, because I was testing in creative or in a single player world, I found to build this is you just take this and you grab your wand. And that is a 9x9, right? Looks the same, 2 blocks on each side. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then you go downstairs and you just take your casings and put them in like this. And apparently I didn't make enough casings, which is fine. Oh, I don't have wireless in here. Poopers. Okay. But I want this reactor to make cyanide as fast as humanly possible. So we're just going to fill the entire thing with Uranium fuel rods. And that I did make enough. And then we're just going to fill it with reactor control rods, like that. Nope. Like that. And I did make enough casing because I don't need anything for the top. Okay, so I don't know where my entry point is, but we're just going to change it to this block now. And we're going to put a reactor controller right here. So we're going to do that, and that should build a reactor. We could even put it somewhere else, but it's fine. We're going to do this and put a reactor import and a reactor access port. And we're going to say this one is the outlet mode. And then we can do power. And we could put a power cell here if we wanted to, because this reactor is just going to run indefinitely anyway. So we need wireless access in here. So let me set that up real fast. Okay, I'm ready to set this up here. I have wireless access, so we can grab some smart cables. And I could set up a P2P tunnel over here, but I think I can't speak. I don't think it's really necessary because we're just going to use 2 channels. I'm going to take the wireless access point down anyway, because we don't really need it. And even if we use 3 channels, we still have space on the dense cable that is going into here, so we should be fine. So I need some uranium. Uranium. We have 320,000, and this is going to go up to I think 718,000, the maximum amount. And then we're going to grab a conduit, or 2 at least. And we're going to put one over here. We're going to say extract always active, insert. And that should slowly but surely fill this core. And we could add speed upgrades if we wanted to. I'm also going to grab my drawer keys so we don't cause any problems by locking this. And we can also lock this and quantify it. And we're going to put a extract always active insert like this. So that's gonna put in the fuel, and that's gonna extract the cyanite. So we can then put some speed upgrades on here and just get this filled up real fast. And we can help it along by grabbing, let's say, a stack of uranium blocks and just tossing them in here. Please, is this gonna crash me? No. Oh, I can't put uranium blocks in there. That is fine. Okay. So it'll fill up eventually. But I can just turn this on, and that will slowly deplete the core because it's gonna get high heat, and it's gonna use up, I think when the core is completely full, it's gonna use up like 30 millibuckets per tick. It's gonna produce of the cyanite. So in here we can probably already see cyanite. So I'm just gonna do that. Actually, do we need cyanide blocks? I think we need cyanide blocks. So what we'll do is we're gonna break this drawer and we're gonna grab a compacting drawer. Not a compactor, but a compacting drawer, like that. And we're gonna put this on priority 10, and we can partition and put in the cyanide. We can quantify it and lock it like that. Because I believe we need cyanide blocks, yes, to make plutonium, and we don't wanna have a crafting recipe for cyanide. Okay, the core is now completely full, and it's just gonna produce cyanite. We can also, you know what we can? We can control this. We can do a redstone. This is a reactor. There's a redstone port. And where do we want to put this so that it would look nice? There isn't really a space that would look nice, I guess. Because I have the thingy here. We can put the power tap somewhere better. Let's say we put the redstone control here and the flux power tap here, and that way we kind of have it all right. Okay, so if I grab a level emitter and we say cyanite ingots, or actually let's do cyanide blocks. How many do we want? Say 1,000 blocks was going to be nice, I guess. And I mean, since this is produced very slowly, let's do 4,000 blocks and emit when levels are below limit. And then we do a redstone conduit and we put it like this. And over here, we need to set this to be, the reactor is currently off. So we need to say toggle reactor set from signal commit. So this is on red. So if we do this, it should toggle the reactor. And as soon as this turns off, I assume the reactor is going to turn off. So if we change this, for example, to 7 blocks, let's say, right? The reactor's online, and I'm going to wait for this to hit 7. There we go. It hit 7 blocks. The reactor turned off, basically, which is lovely because we don't really need this to produce power, even though it's making a bunch of power. But we can change this back to 4096. Whoops. 4096, I said. There we go. And the reactor should be on, and this is producing 100-something thousand RF attacks, so we can grab a cell and we can put you here and say input, and that is also a bit of power production. So yeah, this is link 8. I don't know what link I have on my storage. I think I need to link it up to my storage, but I'll do that off camera. So yeah, this is our extreme reactor. So it should produce quite a bit of cyanite. We already have like 85 of it, and we're just gonna leave it be and let it run. I'm gonna take down this wireless access point because we don't need it anymore. And immediately I wanna open wireless. So let me go to Botania and we can move some stuff around and automate a few other things. So somebody in the comments pointed out that I could use Shulk Me Not for mana generation, and I looked it up and it looks really cool. You have to spawn in 2 shulkers, make them attack each other, and then the Shulk Me Not absorbs the 2 shulkers, produces mana for a little bit, and then you need to respawn the shulkers again and repeat the process, basically. So there's a little bit of redstone control into it, and it's not just as easy as a Kekimurus, where you just place cake down and you have to just automate cake, and then you just shoot mana into a mana pool, or into a set of mana pools at least. So I might use both, because I could have the Shulk Me Not here in the center, and then we can have like a couple sets of Kekimuras going into both of the into the mana pool as well. We can just use both, I guess. So the Shulk Me Not, Shulk Shulk me not, requires a Gaia Spirit ingot, or a Gaia Spirit. And we can duplicate Gaia Spirits with the will crystals from Blood Magic, but for the moment, I think we're just gonna fight the Gaia Guardian with some Terra Steel, so we need to make some of that. So I'm gonna grab some Mana Steel. We have 4 mana pools total, so why don't we make... because we're gonna make Gaia Spirit ingots in the future anyway. And I have to check what the recipe for it is. Gaia Spirit ingot. Whoops, Spirit ingot. We need 4 Gaia, Terra Steel, Mana Infused ingots, and Mana Dust. That's not a problem. Mana Dust I can automate easily because I have everything that I would need for that automated. So let's just get this off the bar. And let's just make a little bit of Terra Steel. Like so. And I'm just gonna make the 4 ingots, and then I already set up a space at the desert base because I don't want to do it here where we can fight the Gaia Guardian. And if I grab some flint, and I'm also gonna grab my pickaxe. Well, this fortune pickaxe I don't think I need to do because we're not really gonna mine anything that important with it, so I'll pour the ingots back. We can do it later if we need to. I don't even know what the next and sharpening tier is, but we can get a Terra Steel Fortified Pickaxe. Did we get the quest? Because that's still in the getting started. And the next one, we'll see what it is. We get 4 fusion crystals, magical. What are you? Supremium. Okay. Give me 4 ingots, please. Thank you very much. Go melt. So I didn't need to use Terra Steel. I mean, you know what? We just need to make the sharpening kit. We can melt it back into Terra Steel. And just not waste Terra Steel, because we can just upgrade this directly to the Supremium tier. Oh, that's gonna make an ingot. Hold on, sharpening kit. That's gonna melt, and we have that going. Okay, go. And then this can be ingots. Nice. I tossed the flint back, which I shouldn't have done. We're gonna use it, but I want to see what the other... oh, that... Okay, that gets us a loose chest. What is the next tier? Is Awakened Draconium, and you get 1 Anglesite and 1 Benotite. Okay, and then it's something else. And I kind of messed up the whole thing here, so we need to melt another Terra Steel, and this will make... I'm just making all the wrong things. Hold on. Okay, I fixed all of the stuff up, but we need Gaia Pylons for the next part, so we can just craft those up like so. It's just some pixie dust and elementium and mana dust, and the mana dust is erothium, patrothium, pyrothium, and cryothium. And I don't know if I showed this, but I automated all of the powders. I believe they're over here on this side. It's just the rods converted into 1,000 of each of the powders with resonant pulverizers. And I have a nullification upgrade in here, so we don't need to import or trash can the other stuff which is produced. So sulfur, niter, and I believe here's snowballs. So that's pretty cool. So back to Gaia Guardian. Travel anchors, can you not teleport me while I'm not looking at you? That would be lovely, you know. And if I could place this on top, that would also be lovely. Can I not? I cannot place this on top. Magical. Okay. Blocks. Thank you. Like so. And the fourth one. Third one. Fourth one. There we go. Structure complete. And I hope this works. I know I can put it on the outside of it, but if it works underneath, it should be fine. I put the environmental controller with regeneration and saturation, so we're not going to have a problem with getting our health back. And we can just cover this up with some sandstone, like that, and also some sand. And we'll see if it works. Grab a Terra Steel. It's probably going to be very loud, so I'm just going to lower the volume down a little bit. And I have my... This is kind of the best sword that I have. So we'll see. Oh, it does work. We do have still the regen and the saturation. We don't have super loud music just yet. Okay, it does work. So this is... Can I use... Does this count as melee weapons? Oh my god, it does. Oh, that's gonna be super easy. I just have to aim at him. And stay out of the purple bits, but... And kill all the... That. And even with the wither, it doesn't do much damage because I have regen. Yeah, the lasers count as melee. I totally forgot about that. Okay, that's pretty cool. And this one-shots mobs, which is really cool. So this is gonna be super cheesy and super easy. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh, hello, floating rooster zombie. Skelly Bobs, can you not? Oh, it doesn't go through beacon beams, though. Mobs spawn on cows. Interesting. Okay. Hello, wither skeleton. Thank you very much. Go away. Go away. Yeah, I love that lasers don't count as ranged weapons. They count as melee. So the Gaia Guardian doesn't teleport away, because you generally can't... you can't shoot him with a bow, because he just teleports. Nice! Stop it. Okay, we're still withered. That's fine. I don't know if there's any sort of thing that prevents withering, but we got 8 Gaia Spirit Ingots. And with those, we can make a Gaia Spirit. I just said Spirit Ingots. We got Gaia Spirits. So do I have mana infused? I do not. Okay. I did set up somewhere in over here. I believe it was on this side. I at least tried to set up. Oh no, I didn't. Okay, so let's just get mana steel. I'm just gonna make a stack of this, and we need my inventory clean. So let's just get this going like that, and just trash can the swords. Okay, give me this, and we don't need that. We do need this though. Okay, so here we're gonna we're not gonna export mana steel because we don't have that automated just yet. We're gonna grab 1 compressed diamond, and we're gonna export you into here. And we're gonna say here, auto sort, bottom is extra, back is gonna be input, and right is gonna be output. And then we need to just get inside and grab a conduit, which I do have on me right now. And we're gonna put you here. I've been using green over here, so let's just use red and insert on red. And that isn't connected to anything. Lovely. And that's gonna make us mana steel. And we can then just say, we can just grab one out. Doesn't matter, and put it on the top, I believe. And we just say auto eject. There we go. Okay. And we can even give you like a couple acceleration cards, and that should sort it out. But that's mana steel, and we can set this priority to 10 and partition, and lovely. Okay. Sweet. So back to the Gaia fight. Now that we have mana infused and wireless is out of range, so mana infused like that makes us a Gaia Spirit Ingot, and I'm just gonna make another one, you know, because why not? We can fight a Gaia Guardian twice, and let me just do the 2nd tier Gaia Guardian. Which is basically the same fight, just a tiny bit harder. So I fought the 2nd Gaia Guardian 6 times. I think this is as many relics as there are. I'm not sure though, but we get a Key of the King's Law. We get a Ring of Thor. Eye of Flugel. Ring of Loki. Fruit of Messiah. And we should have the Ring of Odin last. The Ring of Odin is... If I put it in, this is bobble slot any, so if we put a ring in here, we should get an extra 10 hearts with this. So we're now at, oh, we're at pink hearts. Interesting. Or do we get an extra 20 health? I don't know. But we have a stack and 12 Gaia Spirits, so that should last us quite a bit at least. And we got a bunch of different runes. We also got all of these wills that can be put on the Terra Steel helmet if we would want it to. And all of these I'm just going to toss in. The Key of King's Law is the only cool thing. Do we have any mana? Oh, we don't have any mana on us, so we can't really use it. Band of Mana. A Band of Aura, Band of Mana. Mana tablet. I don't have any sort of mana storage. So that's fine. This is empty, so we can pick it up. But the Key of King's Law is really cool. It's like a ranged weapon. But all of the runes can also go in the system. The Fruit of Grisaya is also a infinite food source if you have mana, basically. But we have our meat feeders and the saturation over here, so it's fine. And we also get Relic Shader Grab Bags. These are shaders for immersive engineering stuff. You can see it can be applied to the Chemical Thrower, Railgun, Minecart, Balloon, Mining Drill, Banner, Revolver, and Plated Shield. They're pretty cool. But we're just going to toss them in the system. It doesn't really matter. I saved one Gaia Spirit Ingot because Gaia Spirit Ingots, this can be used to make a Globetrotter Sash. I don't know if the Sash is going to be too quick. Then, oh god, we need to do the whole thing with this to get to the Sash. But we can at least make the Sojourner Sash, I believe. Or do we need, oh, we need a Mundane Belt. That's doable. Okay. I think this is also another quest. Let's see, we completed a bunch of Botania quests. Yeah, it is one. So we can get this, the Gaia Spirit Ingots, and all of the Dice of Fate. And then over here, Sojourner Sash, and a Benevolent Goddess Charm. If equipped in Bubble Slot or drastically reduce damage you take from Creeper Explosion to nullify the explosion itself, it requires mana to do so. Oh, I didn't know that was the thing. Okay, and then it's Rod of the Seas, and then Shards of Laputa, and Gaia Mana Spreaders. Okay, but let's open up these. We get Flux Crystal Blocks, Sweet Potato Pie, Villager Market, Sunday Roast, Hardened Iridium Glass, and Meat Feast Pizza. Okay. So let's just toss all of this in the trash can. The Villager Market, I can keep it. We don't really need to. And I don't have like bobble slots for anything. We don't need the Super Sound Muffler on us, I don't think. And the Flux Crystals we have in the system. Key of King's Law can also go away. And we don't have the things to make the second tier sash just yet. We have the Gaia Spirits. We need the Fancy Belt, which is another Mundane Belt, which is doable. But the Fancy Belt requires a native copper cluster, so I need to go set up the Crucible again and toss in 5 Intalum and 5 Ordo, which shouldn't be too difficult because we can toss in the V crystals that we're getting from the Wisp spawner. Over here, I set up one thing off camera. This is making depleted thorium blocks. It is basically a decay generator, so you just place thorium blocks next to it, and over time it will decay and break into turn into a depleted thorium block, which this is on a whitelist with a Supremium Pickaxe, and it's just mining this entire thing. I don't know why the height of this is set to that much. It can be just set to 1. I don't know. Okay. So that basically is collecting this, because these are used to make helium collectors, and I think we're gonna need helium at some point for something in nuclear craft. So why not just get a bunch of these? So I have mechanical users here. They still have like 20 something blocks to go. So I'm just gonna leave this be, and it's just been working over the past few episodes, I guess. I just didn't show it. All right, back to Botania. Now that we have Gaia Spirits, we can make the Shulk Me Not. So let me just get over there and get everything ready for us to craft that thing. I think I have everything prepared for us to craft this. We first need a Rune of Winter, and the next tier runes do not consume the runes, which is cool. And then a Winter and a Water and 2 diamonds of the mana variety will make us the Rune of Envy, I believe. The Rune of Wrath we got from the Gaia Guardian fight, but that would be just Rune of Winter and Earth, which we already have, because I assume the Winter is not going to get consumed over here. Also, we're okay-ish on mana currently. It's going slightly slower, I think, but we should be fine. I'll just toss that there, and it should finish. I have a mechanical user underneath. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't consume the Rune of Winter as well, which is really cool. So we have the Rune of Envy and the Rune of Pride, and we can now come over here. And do we need seeds for this? No, I think it's just going to make it, I guess. So 2 of these, 1 of these, 1 Gaia Spirit, 1 Rune of Envy, Rune of that. Yeah, seeds. It doesn't say on the thing. Seeds. Shulk Me Not. Nice. Is that going to be 1 flower? Oh, it isn't. We need a hopper hawk, and we can make all of these other flowers though as well. But let me now figure out how I want to have the proper mana generation, where I want to put the portal, where I want to put the terrasteel. So I'll take a little bit of time off camera, and we can also start automating some of this stuff. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that would be probably here as a good spot, and I can probably make it floating. So let me do a little bit of work. I have a Shulk Me Not that is fully functional. The two shulkers spawn, they hit each other, the Shulk Me Not absorbs the mana gets spread with the Gaia Mana Spreader into a mana pool with a recessive spark augment that puts it into 8 mana pools around here, and the dominant one here in the middle picks up all of the mana because I want to automate that for making mana steel and mana diamonds and mana pearls and stuff like that. But the way this Shulk Me Not is controlled is over here, this entire contraption. We have 2 mob duplicators that are active on redstone signal, and they're both kind of synchronized-ish. But basically, they take a redstone signal from this redstone dust and transfer it over the cables. And also I have an ender tank in the back there that is hooked up to an ender tank in the base that is transferring essence, so they can constantly spawn shulkers. This timer here is set to 380 ticks of delay. I believe that is either it's 17 seconds. 300 would be 15 seconds, and then another 4, 19, so something like that, I believe. 380, 20 ticks in a second, 10 seconds to 200. So 100 would be another 5, and then plus 4, 19 seconds total. And then I have an advanced redstone repeater that is set to turn off after 10 ticks and turn on after 2 ticks. So basically, as soon as this guy emits a signal, this pretty much turns on, and then it's on for 10 redstone ticks. And these guys work on 10 ticks, or every 10 ticks they spawn a mob, which is the shulker. They hit each other through this floating hazy dream, that's the word. And the hazy dream is basically a flower. If we look in the Lexica Britannia, I believe I can shift right click. The hazy dream will, utilizing mana, awaken feelings of anger and revenge in any nearby mobs, turning them against each other. So basically, it makes the shulkers attack each other. And then I have a red stringed comparator over here that is right underneath the mana pool. And you can see the little particles if I hold the one of the forest. And this basically means that this comparator can detect the amount of mana that is inside this mana pool. And it is set to subtract mode. So the potentiometer here on the side is set to 14, like so. And basically it means that as soon as this guy detects a signal of 15, it's going to turn off this timer, which is currently still running. So basically, when this mana pool is entirely full, it's going to output a signal of 1 because it's going to subtract 14 out of the 15, and it's going to stop the timer. So it's going to stop spawning the shulkers, and we should be all good. I wanted to make Kekimurus, but seeing as how fast this Shulk Me Not flower is, I don't think we need to, and it's just going to cause more lag. I wanted to make the runes that I need, but we're just going to toss one of you here. Oh, we don't have enough mana here. Why wouldn't we? Because we don't have any sort of spread or anything set up. Where do we want to put the runic altar? I think I'll put it over here on this side. So we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And we can also put an open crate on top. Crate. 1. And let's just make a stack of planks. 2. I'm gonna need one for the thingy-mabob on the other side, the terrestrial agglomeration plate. I was losing words. And we're gonna not do that and do that. So they're all kind of in line. I also automated mana stuffs, so we can, let's say we want 20, 30 something mana string. There it goes. It's already done. Basically, underneath here, I did this in, I believe, Foolcraft 3. I did it this way as last time I automated Britannia. But I have an interface here with all of the patterns to just turn one mana infused string into one string into one mana infused string. And that puts it into this crate, which is then extracted into this phantom face, which is connected to the open crate up top. And this range collector collects it up and exports it back into the interface, so we finish up the craft. So now we can, if we want to, request, let's say, 300 mana steel. Sounds good. There it goes. And on the middle mana pool, there's a dominant augment. I don't know if I mentioned, but it pulls mana from all of the other non-augmented pools. And this guy disperses to all of the other pools as well. So that's pretty cool. We're going to put a spreader. I have another Gaia mana spreader. And we're going to put you right here. And we're going to put you connected to that guy. So we have that ready. And I believe this is going to be it for today. We did quite a bit of work. We have automated mana production. We still need to move the portal over. And we can kind of get rid of all of these endoflames because they're not doing much anymore. And we can also get rid of this and all of this and this, which is all good. I'm just going to toss everything into my storage system that we don't really need right now. Like so. Okay. And the endoflames. There we go. I picked up less. Like that. Okay. So as I said, thank you so much for watching. I'm hoping you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, make sure to hit the like button. Also, consider subscribing to see new videos. Support me on Patreon if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a great one. Bye-bye.